Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. I am the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys today. So please make sure you are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes gatekeeping and shadow banning of my content. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted by God and the Holy Spirit, so do not steal messages from them. Okay, also, now we're going to do the prayer. So I'd like to ask that the Most High can be with us now, also the Holy Spirit and the archangels. I would specifically like to ask Archangel Michael to please remove all negativity and block out any evil or anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading or our energy in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your favor, Most High God, I'd like to ask that you continue to give me the full armor for protection during my life's mission and work here on the earth. I am eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Welcome in, Girl Gone. I hope that you are having a good day. Okay, so let's see here. We got the Eight of Pentacles. This could be about your work, this message today. You know what? I think we're going to start, since I know that it's about your work, we're going to start with the Cosmic Insight. I want to see what comes through this. This is about light work, specifically. Intuition, light work. So yeah, you using your intuition is extremely vital at this time. Perhaps what this body of work entails is your intuition. Challenges, make a decision and work on inner healing. So you could be facing some challenges when it comes to, I don't think when it comes to using your intuition, but when it comes to whatever this work is, the challenge could just be, that the work is challenging itself. I don't think that the work that using your intuition is hard, but I do feel like sometimes it's hard to trust yourself. Yes. So there is something that needs to be let go of. I do feel like someone is trying to spy on your work. Okay. This person could be being broken up with or something like that. Or they could be separating from something. Moving, change of residence, moving on, or moving in with your partner. So this person is trying to spy on you to see if you are making any major changes right now. Health. I do feel like this person has tried to do something to your health. That's kind of what I'm picking up, is that they were trying to affect your health in a negative way, which is not kind. Okay. This person feels like they need to do something to make you need them. I don't feel like you're ever going to need this person for anything, but they feel like they need to be a part of your work. And if they can't make money off of you, then you're not going to make money off of you. Like what? You could have cut this person off in the past with the Queen of Swords. Literally cut, like your job causes you to cut people off if they're insincere. And you were dealing with somebody that was spying on you because they want to copycat you. They really want to be you. This person dreams about being you. And they also are really sad that you're not talking to them anymore, or that you don't want to be around them, or that they don't have an avenue to come in. They're really upset that they can't be a part of this work. They feel like you should self-sabotage and you should cut your own self off from these Eight of Pentacles that you have. And I disagree. This Nine of Cups is you being happy and fulfilled. Okay. You had to cut somebody off so that you could be happy and fulfilled. The Queen of Swords is not somebody who cuts other people off and is aggressive. She's somebody that defends herself. And she's somebody that's been hurt many times. And so you've had to defend your work and defend your Nine of Cups happiness. If you're happy doing something, then, continue to do it. But if you feel like, again, if you feel like people are trying to come in and be a part of your Nine of Cups, like they could be wanting to join some type of work that you're doing without actually, these people have nothing that they can bring to the table. I'm seeing the Fool here. This person was very foolish. They feel like you're in the energy of the Fool. Actually, this person thinks that you're dumb. They're foolish to try to bring the Five of Swords, a fairy fight, because that's what those are. Those are fairies right there in the air. This person tried to bring some type of fight to your success. They wanted to basically crucify you or sacrifice you so that they could have this Six of Wands success, fame, and recognition that's yours. This is somebody that wants to be you to the point where they feel like they should unalive you to take your power. That's not even going to work. I do feel like this Five of Cups energy, somebody is super dissatisfied. And the Seven of Wands, you had to basically defend yourself from this person who's just bored. To be quite honest, like this person could talk to that mermaid right there, but they're just bored. This person could also have said that you're a siren or something. I disagree with that as well. I don't feel like you're using your throat chakra to harm anyone. This person feels otherwise. That you're so manipulative and that you're using all these magic powers and all that. No, stop it with the nonsense. This person needs to shut up and just stop. And like somebody needs to tell this person, like a mother telling a child, just stop it with the nonsense. This is nonsense. This person is not using magical powers and voodoo over you. I'm sorry, but my collective is not doing that. Holy shit. Just because this person uses voodoo doesn't mean that every person uses it. Welcome in, Sharon. Love and light to you as well. But yeah, it's like somebody just assuming that because they do something that you do it as well. You don't have to do voodoo you don't have to manipulate the forces of nature to be successful. You're a naturally successful person. This is like where this person's got you messed up at. They feel like you're like them and you're not. Maybe at some point this person could have compared themselves, but never though. They can't compete where they don't compare. This person was never going to take over your job. They were never going to push you out of your position and they were never going to steal from you. This person just wanted to be a part of what you do so that they could be a middleman and a gatekeeper and gatekeep it and then steal your money, take money from you. This is like forcing you to, this is like somebody saying that they have something to bring to the table, Ten of Swords, ultimate betrayal. They have something to bring to the table, but they don't have anything. Welcome in, Aquarius Galactic Federation. This person does not have, literally, I did not notice that this person is stabbed in the head. Two swords in the head. This person does not have like whatever this energy is that you hold. This person was always going to betray you. They are just dissatisfied and unhappy that their sacrifice of you did not go through. And literally, this Seven of Wands energy of you having to defend yourself, this is why this person is about to be in the Ten of Swords. They're in the Tower. Because you having to defend yourself is going to put this person on their ass. They were very foolish to come for you in this way. Yeah, because you're the sun. You've done the inner healing work and you're moving forward in joy and happiness, okay? This person's not going to be able to dim your light. You're the sun. Straight up. Whatever this work is that you do, it's helping a lot of people, and this person doesn't like that. They feel like your help should only be available to them, and if it's not available to them, then nobody should benefit off of you. What type of insane bullshit is this? Why do people think this way? Why do people think that they're so important that they're going to dominate somebody else's life? I'm sorry, sir, ma'am, but this person is not as important as they think they are. Why doesn't this person focus on their own life? They need to. They're about to be 10 of Swords by the Most High God. Their egos believe this shit. I'm sure it is probably ego. They feel like this witchcraft stuff is the most powerful thing on the planet. No, it's not. I don't care how many occult secrets these people think that they have. They're never going to have real intuition. Okay. They're never going to have a real connection to God. It's because they do this occult bullshit. This person is trying to get a Knight of Swords to come towards you, to 10 of Swords you. This Knight of Swords has already looked into you and does not see that you are a problem. They're seeing that this person is the problem, and then it's maybe that they need to be removed from the situation, especially if they're going to continue to, try to sacrifice you. This is like energetically. This person has tried to do this over the past 24 to 48 hours, like literally. And they're literally about to have their ass handed to them by the Most High. This is sad. The 9 of Wands. Literally, this person wanted to make you the wounded healer. You're like the wounded warrior, where anytime somebody tries to wound you, you heal that, and then you learn how to fight back better. You're not going to be a wounded healer because you've done the work. This person has not done the work. And I'm not saying that you've done all the work that you'll ever have to do. I'm not saying that at all. But you've done the amount of work to keep you from falling into the pit of despair that this person has made for you. 8 of Swords, they're going to jail. This person is trying to send all this shit to you while they're completely unaware that they're about to go to jail for something that they did illegal. And this person could be doing illegal shit to you, messing with your monetization. And again, monetization could be how you interact with the world and the collective. It doesn't just have to be with the internet. But this person is doing something they're doing something to manipulate your energy. And God has told this person in many different ways to stop. These fairies are like swarming around this person right now, telling them to stop. This 8 of Swords restricted energy is, I feel like this Knight of Swords is going to come. Why this person's going to be betrayed is because this Knight of Swords energy is somebody that's an officer or something like that. It's going to come and arrest this person and put them in jail or restrict them in some type of way. And you're over here using temperance, not fighting back, not seeking revenge. This is why you're not guilty of anything. Sorry, but you're not. You haven't done anything to deserve to have to fight for your life just because somebody else feels a certain type of way. I don't care what their opinion is. It's not the opinion that the Most High God has. The 3 of Cups. Yeah, they don't want you having this abundant harvest with other like-minded people. They don't want you having a collaboration. They don't want you reaping the rewards off of your hard work. Like, this person is a loser and they need to go away. Trying to stop you from being successful is futile, okay? You're going to have a good harvest no matter what these people do or say. The Emperor, because you're the Emperor. You guys are the boss daddy. Seriously. Your mom and her boyfriend and family would always control you and tell you what to think and what to say. Wow. They always wanted control over you. They all abused you. I'm so sorry that you went through that, Aquarius Galactic Federation. That's no fun. Having a narcissist or 2 narcissists as parents is no fun. But, you haven't turned out like they have. This person is in the 9 of Swords, man. They're grieving. They're massively sad because they know that they're going to jail. Something about this, something about whatever they've done, this person is caught up online. They did something on the internet and they're completely caught for it. Like, I knew that this would happen to this person. Whatever they were trying to do to spy on you guys, this is causing, or to get benefits in your name. They better tread carefully because you have Archangel Michael with the temperance energy protecting you. That's why this person, if you didn't have Archangel Michael and God protecting you in your Emperor status, like this, you would be in the 9 of Swords, crying and grieving for no fucking reason. That's why I'm saying this person really needs to get it together. They better not want peace in their life if they're trying to create all of this havoc in yours. This person tried to sacrifice you and it was a no. This person is not as high ranked as you. So how are you going to sacrifice somebody that's highly ranked? That's not possible. This was never going to go through. The spirits never agreed to it. I don't care if this person's related to you or not. I don't care what their relation to you is. The answer was no. The answer was don't even fucking try it. And if you try it, I'm going to put you in the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. God told this person and the 8 of Swords that they would be indefinitely restricted from gaining access to your energy, to your credit, to your anything. In fact, you guys may end up having your credit completely wiped clean because of what this other person's been trying to do with your social security number and information. They were trying to change the tide of finances in their life by using you. No, absolutely not. Now this person's having a change in finances. They're facing legal problems that cost money. They have to pay lawyer fees and all this extra crap. And they're over here seeing you reap a reward and a harvest, and you be a boss. And Archangel Michael, this person didn't think that archangels existed, that they would even protect you. Like, why would you just be left open to attack? It's only people who don't believe in witchcraft who really think those types of people are up. They're open for any type of attack, okay? That don't believe in spiritual protection or whatever, don't think they need to be spiritually protected. It's those types of people that end up getting affected the worst. But the people that pray for protection, that work with the angels and all of that, you were told yesterday by another that somebody around you is lying or hiding something. Yeah. Like, look at this, the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're single, self-sufficient, and you don't need anybody else to, support you. Point blank, period. You're always going to be this energy. That's part of being the emperor, is having your shit together. This person wants to make a major turning point. They want you to be sad over losing some type of money. You haven't even lost any money. You're still reaping reward. This person just wants you to lose money. They want to gain what you should be gaining, and they feel that they're entitled to it because they know you. What type of weird shit is that? This is like trying to get into the, oh, I'm the friend of so-and-so, let me into the club, that type of energy. No, this person was foolish to think that this is the way that things work. The high priest, literally, this person could be a high priest or they could go to a high priest. This high priest has already warned this person. I feel like this high priest was like, yeah, if you this warlock energy was like, if you sacrifice this other person, you'll be able to, get all of your wishes granted. And they could have tried to sacrifice you and boom, immediate backfire. Now this high priest is singing a different tune and is blaming whoever came up with this idea for why they're all getting hit with a backfire. Single, 30, no kids, no family. Yeah, you're doing it like a soldier. Look at this, King of Pentacles. There's some type of deal maker. Somebody was like, yeah, if you unalive this person in the collective with this magic that I'm going to teach you, then you'll be able to rise up in their place and have everything that's meant for them. That this person either got incorrect information, they were karmic, and they're already carrying a 10 of Wands because this person has successfully unalived somebody else with magic, but it's not going to ever happen to you. Never. They're carrying a lot of burdens because they're being haunted. This person could end up being unalived by an entity because they decided to literally come for you when there was no reason. They wanted you to carry all of these burdens that these people created through their negative karma. And they thought that you were going to be some type of sacrificial lamb and just lay down and die. No, you've already proven to everything that exists that you're going to fight for yourself. Wow. Yeah, nothing but soldiers here. Exactly. Seriously. And starting over is not bad because you are somebody that can start over a billion trillion times and still be successful. You know what I mean? Literally. The Ace of Pentacles, literally the 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. This is you being financially successful, but this is success that comes from the divine. It's like your pennies come from heaven. That's why you never run out of money. This person has tried to send so much spell work to make you feel sick and to make you broke, because that's what this person is focused on, is their health, their love life, and them having money. That's what they're focused on. They feel like if they lost everything, they would be sad. So they're they're comparing their life to yours, and there's no comparison. Literally, there is no comparison for that. This person doesn't want you to get married. I hope that this is not somebody's mother. This person doesn't want you to be married. Why not? Why can't you have a relationship and a life? This is psychotic. Crazy. Knight of Wands. Yeah, like I feel like this person wants a Knight of Wands energy to come in and just come in and leave you. That's crazy. You're dealing with somebody that doesn't want you to have the things that they do not have. Okay. And if any offers were blocked with this moon magic energy, if any offers that were supposed to come to you were blocked, I'm going to tell you that those offers were not for your highest and best good. See, your money is too strong. Your wealth is too strong. You're too much in your energy of abundance right now. This person is completely blocked. Their creativity is blocked. They're blinded by this moon magic. They believed that they could have what's yours, that they could have the world if they sacrificed you, but they weren't able to do that. Now they want to see what you're seeing. This person wants to see what you're seeing. They want to see what you see for the future. They don't realize that this sacred site you have is protected with an Ace of Swords from the Most High God, and that this Chariot energy, again, will move forward and stop this person. They were very creative about how they were going to use spell work to turn the Chariot against you, but it's not possible. You're over here balancing 2 pentacles, getting good news from the universe that whatever cord cutting you did, however you defended yourself, it worked. You're not a part of these people's negative, unjustified karma. They're going to have to deal with the consequences of their actions, and you don't need to witness it. You don't need to feel any type of way about this betrayal that's about to come to these people. These people were going to have you betrayed, and so they're being betrayed by the spiritual realm. They wanted to stop a love union from coming in. Whoever this person is, could be somebody's mother or father, didn't want their child to ever have good news coming to them or an offer. That's ridiculous. Like, how jealous and envious of your own freaking blood do you have to be to do this type of shit? Like, greener than this. Probably all shades of different types of green. But yeah, just straight up envious of an offer that God gave to you. Well, you know what? Since God already offered it to you and you accepted it, you've entered into a contract with the divine. This person was not offered whatever you got offered. That's what they're pissed about. The 4 of Swords, this is going to be the ending of a battle. Literally, this person is done. This is over. This fight that they were trying to create around you and around your love life is over. It's time for stuff to change, and it's time for this person to get their karma, and they will. They will get your karma. So any negative karma that you have, this person is attracted to themselves. This is why you don't do destiny swipes with somebody. You never know what that is in that person's Akashic records. God's going to give this person all the negative karma that you've ever accumulated because they tried to come for your good karma. That's funny. This is just like the way that God will get people back and teach them a lesson. Since they wanted to be you so bad, they can go through every karmic relationship and situation that you've had to survive. The Hermit. And you've always gone within and isolated yourself. Literally. You guys are being guided by your higher self down a different path. The Knight of Cups. I don't care what these people, who they send in and what these knights have to offer. You don't need to be saved. These people are coming to you with a precept. Maybe this is your parents sending people to you. I don't know. But they're coming to you with the already conceived idea that you are a damsel in distress that needs to be saved. No, you guys are not. You guys literally, yeah, they wanted everything that you wanted, and they wanted you to take care of them energetically, and they didn't take care of you. This is like somebody that wants you to sacrifice yourself for them so they can live longer, but these people either outcasted you, abandoned you, neglected you, or they decided to like cut you off or disinherit you or some shit like that. And now all of a sudden they want shit. No, why don't they stick to what they did and stick to what they said? You know what I mean? They don't have the right to ask anything of you. This Four of Wands celebration that you're going to have with your community and you gaining rewards, it's because you have isolated yourself from things, people, and places that do not any longer serve you. And because you've done this, your creative goals are going to come into fruition and you guys are going to reap the harvest of it. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. 7 to 8 people lived around you. Wow. And it's, the way that you help others and improve other lives while improving your life. That's exactly it. It's you using your gifts to improve your life first and then other people's lives as well, or at the same time. You know what I mean? The more you master your skills, the easier that it's going to be to use them. And this is why, like, I don't know if you have a family member that tried to put a spell on you or they tried to suppress your gifts, but I am picking up on something like that. Maybe if you guys were adopted or in foster care, whoever the adopted person tried to suppress something within you, and now it's starting to come out and it's functioning on its own. They did this to you when you were very young, okay? Either told you that what you were seeing was not real or whatever. You could have been like, Mommy, there's a bad man in the closet or some shit. And they're like, no, there's not. There's nothing there. That type of gaslighting energy. Wow, these glitches are really weird. I don't know what that is. But yeah, the 10 of Cups. This is you having a happy family, like, because maybe your relatives are not a happy family. They fear you having a family with somebody else. That's kind of weird. They also they want to see you going without in the 5 of Pentacles. And that's going to eventually be their energy if they don't stop playing around in yours. I mean, whoever this witch or warlock is really, they're a sad, depressed person. Yeah. You've got a King of Swords here that is somebody that knows you guys very well. Yeah, your grandma was your protector and she passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And well, your protection's not gone, but yeah, you were in the dark night of the soul. So you were just battling for your life. Wow. Yeah. Your family is not happy. Yeah. But the thing is that even though they're not happy, God is still telling me that you're going to have a happy family. It's going to be one that you create yourself though. And you're going to have a King of Swords, somebody who supports that, somebody that will defend that, which is justice for you. That's you receiving justice, having a 10 of Pentacles. Look at this grandpa playing with his baby or with his grandchild, and then the lovers are in the background there. And the dog. You're going to have the dog, the white picket fence, whatever it is that you want. And whatever these illusions about you not being loved or not being cared for, this is somebody else's reality that they're having to face, okay? You are actually loved. You guys are cared for. You are adored by spirit. This Page of Swords energy is definitely somebody that is low vibrational. They're kind of a younger energy. I feel like this person's always from the outside looking in. Then we have a Queen of Pentacles. They see you as this Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands. So maybe these are 2 females that you have in your family. But I do feel like people see you as a Queen of Pentacles. They know that you have good energy and that, I'm wondering if somebody is trying to win a court case because we had justice pop out for you and the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is having a home. So if these people were trying to put you in the 5 of Pentacles, they were trying to take your home or take your stability from you or create illusions around that. They're experiencing a backfire at this time. This 6 of Swords could be a legal dispute or something that they're fighting. They're not going to win this. And your intuition is spot on about these people. And this is what they tried to suppress, was your intuition, and it didn't work. They tried to suppress the star quality and trait that you have. But again, not successful. They only could do that for a certain time. And people need to understand when they're getting away with committing crimes and doing things to other people, that God's allowed them to get away with it for a certain reason, for a certain amount of time. And that's not going to last forever. And they need to stop. Like, just not take for granted that they were allowed to get away with this shit forever. These people think that they can do whatever they want to because God hasn't stopped them. God is about to reprimand these people in a very big way. This Lover's energy, they didn't want you going into the Lovers. They didn't want, this is about trying to stop a stable partner from coming into your life and trying to stop your money. They wanted to stop this Wheel of Fortune that's yours. I'm sorry, but the Wheel of the Year, this could be spell work that they were doing year round to stop a lover from coming in. This could be why you guys are single at this time, or why you've been faced with having to be single, which is, I think that you guys deserve to have somebody, and so does God. These people are at the Five of Wands, and then they see you as this magician. Even though these are people that practice magic, your magic is natural. They feel like your magic is going to be given to your children and they're going to inherit it. I feel like somebody has adopted family or external family that is very jealous of the bloodline gifts that you have. Okay. And that's just for like one person or two people, but the other people who are actually bloodline relatives with the people that are in your family, those people are really disturbed that you were given the gift and that you're the chosen one and that they're not. They're very disturbed about that. They feel like you've done something wrong against them because you're chosen. And it's not anything you could have done. Okay. Four of Pentacles. These people could be blaming you for something, for their financial state. Like, you know, when parents will blame their children, like, I had to give up my life for you and shit like that. That's the energy that I get. That people could be holding you to a standard that's unrealistic, or could be blaming you for shit you had nothing to do with. You are not the reason your parents are unhappy or your family is unhappy. You're not the reason. It's them that's the reason. And that's not projection. That's just me being straight up with you, that this is not, you are not doing anything wrong. Okay. You don't need to be punished. This Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. It was their fault. They were the ones starting all this dumb drama and involving all these other people. I feel like they wanted to pick who you were going to be with so that you would be with somebody that like abused you. That's really crazy to have those types of thoughts about somebody else. Like, what the hell? A King of Cups. Yeah, you deserve to be with somebody who is a nurturer. This person that comes into your life may love the ocean. The Empress. Look at you, Empress. You guys are Empress energy and Emperor energy, to be honest. But yeah, the Page of Cups. Literally, you're going to pass this spiritual ability down to a child. Okay. It's not going to go to these already existing family members, and the ones that are not a part of your bloodline, that are either step or adoptive family, that are super jealous. They're going to have to back up because, you know, God arranged this situation so you could be interacting with these people so that you could bless them and help them become blessed. But these people want to take away your blessing. That's insane. That's insane thinking. And to think that you would walk away from God for them, no. And I feel like you're going to raise your children right as well. Like the family that you guys create, you know, to want revenge, karma will handle this. Exactly it. You know, everything that you're doing is in alignment. Okay. That's why you're going to come into this success and this happiness. You're in alignment for it now. These other people, they are going to be hurt personally by seeing this because they've never been happy. Again, that's not your fault. You can't teach somebody something that they are not open to. And if these people are not open to learning about God and the way that God loves, then they're not going to ever be a part of God's love. Yeah, jealous and greedy adopted family that want your gifts for their own. They want their bloodline to be, but again, you being even interacting with these people have brought blessings to their bloodline. They should be very grateful for you, not hateful over you. Grateful, not hateful. But yeah, you were told that yesterday that you have Emperor and Empress energy. Yeah, for yourself and your situation. That's exactly it. You know how to move into that masculine energy when you need to defend and protect. And then when you need to nurture and support, you go into the feminine energy. This is why people can't beat you. They're always looking for like a way in to bring this drama or negative karma that you have nothing to do with to your door, and they feel like the moon will do that. No, you're also a goddess of the moon. I don't know if you guys have had vampire werewolf dreams, but you have been to the moon. Like, you energetically have astral traveled to whatever the moon, like, I see that the moon is basically hollow, but on the inside there is a core, and at the core is this big city. Okay. So you've been to these places. You have more of a connection to the lunar cycles and the moon than you realize. And I feel like these people really felt like this moon magic was going to alter your destiny or alter your path. You know, these people are afraid of losing you, but they're afraid of losing you to like ascension or something like that. And I get it. These people want to gain access to the heavenly realms without doing anything. You could be seeing a lot of butterflies at this time. That's definitely confirmation that your creative goals and whatever this artistic endeavor that you're working on is. Werewolf ones, yeah, that it is meant for you. The Queen of Cups, you're a nurturer. See, because you guys are a nurturer. That is such a hard word to say. Because you guys are very nurturing and loving people, it's causing these other people to be in the tower because they abused their power and neglected you when they should have been supporting you because you are this nurturer. And the thing is that these people that screw you over, they're going to be the people that need you in the future. Yes, definitely believe the moon is city inside. Absolutely it is. It totally is. Ace of Cups, like I said, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, you bring the love of God into this physical world, and you reflect God. And that's why these people are so blinded by your light. They're so blinded by your glow up that they're feeling like they want to throw up, literally. That's what I just heard. 3 of Pentacles. These people are like, what type of potion, what type of spell can I conjure up to keep this person bound to me or in my life forever? Yo, why would you even want that? You know, when like the Mormon people do the rituals to bind themselves in the afterlife or whatever, I just don't think binding is positive. And I wouldn't want to be connected to anybody like that. First of all, I don't want to have another lifetime. Fuck that. I'm not going through another childhood. Absolutely not. So I'm going to do whatever I need to do in this lifetime to ascend. I feel like you guys are the same way. You never had it easy. This person is always perceiving things from a jealous and greedy and envious like perception, thinking that this person knows the amount of shit that they put you through, and then they still try to say that God gave you everything and that you have an easy life and you don't have to work for anything. Bullshit. You've been over here with the first card that was the 8 of Pentacles. You've been over here working your ass off, literally, and you've had to leave people, situations, and places behind because they just don't serve your evolution. And it's nothing personal, but these people are really taking it personal. The shadow side, they need to do the shadow work. Okay, you've done the shadow work, and I'm not saying that you're never going to have to clear karma again or pay for karma or anything like that. And I'm not saying you'll never have to do shadow work again. I think it's an ever evolving healing process, but you have done the amount of shadow work that's going to keep whatever these people are trying to use against you as trauma. It's going to keep you healed and your shadow integrated. Basically, your shadow is not a separate entity that is all upset anymore like this person's is. These people act out of their shadow side. Wow, you literally saw somebody's face shift into a creepy smile. Wow, and asked what they were doing. They said they were going into demon mode. That's so scary. Oh my God. Yeah, you can't have one without the other. And the fact that you've gained control over this shadow energy, it's already integrated. It's a part of you, but it's not something that's hurt and wounded anymore. And these people, they go into shadow mode and don't even realize that the more greedy and the more envious and the more that they feel this, look at that green light, the more that they feel this shine, this glow that you have, the more upset they get. And you're not doing this on purpose. Like, this is something that's happening naturally. Yeah, the 7 of Swords, they know that they're going to have to walk away and move in a different direction, but these people don't understand the concept of shadow work, and they feel like they're too perfect to have to be able to do anything. Yes, absolutely. I agree, Girl Gone. I hope that all of you guys find peace and get everything that you deserve in life, you know? And these people think that you think that you're perfect. I know for a fact that you do not think you're perfect. Nobody thinks they're perfect. And you can't have light without darkness. You would like literally, if you didn't have darkness, you would not be able to see the light. Like, because it would just be all light. These people are literally having to walk away from whatever they were doing to you when you were a teenager, however they were trying to make you feel about yourself when you were like moving into being a teenager. These people are having to walk away and move in a different direction. Them belittling you is no longer an option. The Page of Pentacles, teenager energy. You've always been royalty. You see that white, what is that, a stag? This is like a female deer, a white female deer. That's a beautiful energy of purity. Literally, there may be a belief system that you picked up when you were a teenager that just needs to be released. But yeah, this Eight of Wands energy, they definitely were trying to cause a lot of conflict for you because a lot of jealousy when you started to get out of the like, and I don't want to say ugly duckling, but like when you started to become more beautiful and pay more attention to yourself, that's when you had a family member that was getting really jealous. The Three of Wands, they want to see what you're seeing. I kind of explained that in the Two of Wands. They want to see what it is that you're seeing so that they can go towards it as well, because they don't want to miss out. They don't want to lose you, and they don't want to miss out on what you're about to experience without them. The King of Wands, they want you to get tied up with somebody that is very aggressive, that will put you in your place so that you'll never leave them. That's kind of sad. And obviously, if we're born like we're gonna pass away. I was watching this one video and it was this prophetess person, and she was saying to these children that they're sinners and they deserve to die. I think it's redundant. And whatever that belief system is, that's what needs to die. Okay. The fact that we're all going to pass away at some point or go through a transition, that's part of being born. Okay. Like that's part of the human experience. So nobody deserves to die. It's just something that's going to happen anyways. You know what I mean? But even death is not real. We can transcend that. And so I do feel like this beautiful vision that you're having, this creative new idea, this new business, whatever this light work is that you're doing, you know, these people want to be a part of it for the sole reason of being, see how this is two children and this is like a parent that's giving them their money. This person literally wants everything that's going to come to you. And then they want to breadcrumb you with your own energy. And they want to bring a death to this light work that you're doing by breadcrumbing you with your own energy. They feel like if you're not successful at whatever this is, then they'll be able to dominate it and they'll be able to do it. Or they'll be able to reap a reward or harvest off of what you do. You nurture other people. These people neglect people. And they're very neglectful in their relationships and in the way that they treat others. These people expect and demand the best out of everything, but they are not willing to give. I'm getting real wicked stepsister vibes from like Cinderella right here. But yeah, they're unwilling to do the necessary things to create, you know, peace in their life. And so they feel like they're just going to come in and steal yours. No. They will not be bringing their negative karma to you. You will not be carrying all of their karmic burden. Like you've already done enough. The fact that you were with these people long enough and you bless them, they have, if these people were ever given, maybe you were supposed to get money at the age of 18 or 21. If these people were ever given an inheritance that belongs to you, and if they stole that, these people are going to jail for that. And you could, and this could end up being something that goes to court, and maybe they're trying to keep you from finding out about it so that they can live off of your money. They're going to have to pay back that money or do right by you because somebody is looking into your financial situation. And I'm not really for sure why, but I don't get a bad feeling. I feel like maybe something was flagged in a system. Maybe somebody tried to apply for benefits under your name. They could be trying to keep you single so that they could like get married or do stuff in your name. I feel like there is somebody that is very deceiving. Okay. They want to deceive you. And the fact that your work, yeah, fairy beliefs and Gaia and the world is old. There's ancient beings, yeah, here before us, elemental. Exactly. Like, I do agree with that. I feel like you guys are going to have a victory, though. I mean, you've already won because you've chosen to do the right thing. And I feel like that if these people try to guilt trip you into supporting them or taking care of them, they need to take care of themselves. Everybody has to have some level of self-sufficiency. And if they're not able to take care of themselves, then they should be searching for some type of disability or something like that. You know what I mean? Because if they can't take care of themselves, it's not your job to take care of them. I don't care if they adopted you or if they took you under their wing or whatever this is. They still have to be responsible for their own lives. You can't do everything for these people. If that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely about you being Pleiadian, for sure. It's going from 3D to 5D. Yeah, and these karmic cycles are breaking for sure. Absolutely, you guys. I mean, you guys are generational curse breakers. And I feel like your family is like, come on, break the curses. Why don't these people stop doing curses? Then they wouldn't have to break so many of them. It says, guidance is available to me now. I know that angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are always at hand. I do not walk alone. That's what these people have forgotten about you, is the fact that you're walking with Archangel Michael. You're walking with real protectors that do not play about you. It says, I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. Sometimes it's the fear of us being afraid that Lyran's avatar past life. Yeah. Sometimes it's the fear of being afraid that actually blocks us. And so, anytime we choose fear over love, our vibration goes down. But again, that's just a stepping stone of learning of how to get back to love. Like Esther Hicks says, there's two sides to a coin on every subject, the presence of it and the absence of it. And if you can focus on the presence of it when it's something that you want, you'll be able to tap into your vortex and pull that through. So yeah, there's always duality, but I feel like you guys have the ability to see the dual nature in other people. Oh, that's why when that person was making that demon face, you were like, what in the hell just happened? I released my need to be right and defenseless and at peace. So again, you may end up arguing with people because these people think that they're right. But again, their perception is a little bit skewed by the way that they've always treated you. But yeah, you're not going to have to defend your own peace, because peace is that's actually a natural state of existing. It's only when we're in lack mindset or stuck in the past or stuck in the future that we're not at peace and we're not able to be present. Today, I consciously choose to think loving thoughts, take compassionate actions, and bring forth peaceful energy. Seriously. That's so funny. We were just talking about that. Because again, you can't control what other people do, but you can control the next thought that you have. You can, and even if something negative comes through, if you guys are having thoughts that are negative that come through, especially if they come through 3 at a time, you need to realize that's not your thought. And you need to go, okay, all thoughts, God, Most High God, Holy Spirit, all thoughts that do not belong to me, I would like to ask that they return back to the sender, or back to the person that has originated those thoughts. Because sometimes you guys can be empathic sponges, and especially when people want you to adapt or adopt their belief system, but it just doesn't mix well with your peace. I am in sync with the flow of life. Yes, you guys are. Spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. You guys are aligned with what you want to manifest. And I do feel like guidance is something that's readily available to you, whether it's through angel numbers or you seeing a bird or you getting an actual intuitive message or you getting a download. You're getting the downloads. You guys are in alignment for it. So, when you get heads up on a situation, always listen to your intuition. If something's telling you that something's not right, then you may not know what it is, but there is something that's not right. And even if it's just a thought or belief that you have that's not right, you still don't want to walk blindly into situations. So allow yourself to listen and appreciate your intuition. It says, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. You guys have so many dreams that are going to manifest for you. This is going to be a very happy season because you guys are choosing to do the work. You're choosing to love yourselves and you're choosing to move forward. Wow. Your ear's been ringing nonstop for over a year. The soul knows the mind needs to process the information. Okay, so one thing you can do with tinnitus or tinnitus, however it's said. Okay, you can take your fingers like this and just go like this. That sometimes that helps. Also, you can grab whatever these little things are, like these lobes, and you can kind of just stretch them like that. Those are 2 ways to clear your lymph nodes and everything that are around your ear so that it releases. Sometimes it could be a toxin. Sometimes it's just needing to recalibrate the energy. But yeah, those are some just easy massages that you can do on your ear. You can also pull your ear back like this and stretch that, and that will help with tinnitus as well. And there are other ones that you can Google too. But yeah, your ear ringing is definitely a sign that you're hearing something on a higher vibration, and your inner hearing, your clairaudience is trying to calibrate your physical body to process that. It says, my greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of you. That's exactly what you're going to have to do if you have a hating family member, is just let go of what others think of you. You are not what others think of you. Okay. I do feel like you guys are light workers. You might be what I think of you, but what I think of you is what comes from God. And I think you guys are beautiful, wonderful beings of light. And that you have so many gifts and so much soul wisdom that you could enlighten the entire world with. And so I feel like you guys could have been raised in a difficult situation or in a situation that's just uncomfortable. But I want you to know that God does not reject you. God loves you so much. You're so important to God's plan for this whole planet. It says, my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Yes, affirm it. I have love in my heart. As long as you've got love in your heart, it's going to keep beating. I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. That's beautiful. My happiness is a direct reflection of how quickly I can shift my perceptions from fear to love. This is essentially true. Like I was saying, there's always that 2 sides to the coin. Reading and seeing stuff in your peripheral vision. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't feel like you need to fear what you see, though. I feel like what you're seeing is your spirit guides, and again, everybody needs to understand that the spirit guides they're not human. They don't. We've all had lifetimes where we're not humans, where we've been grim reapers, where we've been everything from light to dark. So we have spirit guides that are of both, but it doesn't make them negative or positive. It just makes them whole, basically. So if you see something and kind of get spooked out, ask yourself, okay, wait, with what I just saw out of the corner of my eye, sometimes I'll just straight up see dead people. Like, it's like I'll see them out of the corner of my eye, like they're actually standing there. And then when I look, boom, they're gone. But the fact that you're seeing them is a good sign because, they want you to know that you're protected. I bring peace with me wherever I go. You guys are peacemakers. I feel like your guys' family could have been I would say taking advantage of the fact that you guys bring peace everywhere, and they always want you to solve all of the problems, but it's not your job to solve every problem that they have. You have a lot of Aquarius placements. Yeah, Aquarius is a unique energy because I would consider Aquarius to be both a water sign and an air sign. So yeah, Venus, Jupiter. You might want to look and see where your Lilith moon is in your birth chart, Aquarius. It says, when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. And then we have creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. You guys have the ability to create the life that you want, and you have that ability now. Just start selecting thoughts that go in alignment with what you feel and believe. There's always going to be a gap between what you perceive and what you're trying to create. And that's just the gap of how the reality looks right now. But once you realize that the reality only looks the way it does right now because you believe in it, you're able to actually start to shift the way that things are. Your Lilith is in Taurus and your North Node is in Taurus. Okay, so those two things are connected for sure. You guys do have big Lilith energy. And Taurus is very creative people. They're like good. They're people that are good at being like stable workers. They're very financial and successful, and they accumulate a lot of stuff. I feel like Tauruses are people that can be really good mechanics. They can be things that put things back together. I can expand time when I'm inspired. Really good writers. Yeah, when you're in the moment, it's like time flies by. But when you're stuck in the past or stuck in the future mentally, time can go really, really slow. And you can be like, God, this day is so long. And it's because you're just anticipating work being over or whatever. But like when you're in the present moment, you kind of you get engaged with life. And so you're not thinking about time. I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. Don't tell your business to everybody. Some people may not want the best for you, and some people may want the best for you. But like I was saying about this family member, if you see that when you, let's say that you were to like, this is just an example, but let's say that you were to like fall and scrape your knee. And if you were to tell a loved one or a parent or a family member that, and they were to feel good that you scraped your knee, that would be an indication that you do not need to tell this person shit. Like, don't tell them anything, because they will just want to hear something bad happening, you know? I cherish every cell in my body. Wow. I love that affirmation. And it says, when I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. So don't forget that, if you get in a funk, or if you feel like your thoughts, that you're having a hard time focusing on the present moment, you can always do a walking meditation. Lilith moon has a cross on it. Wow. Moon with a cross. That's so cool. So yeah, it definitely has an influence over how you're meant to make money. And I feel like a lot of success, Lilith is a very single, self-sufficient person. She's very much, the first woman who was actually compatible with Adam, like on a twin flame level. And so I would say that Lilith was a twin flame of Adam. Eve was the soulmate of Adam. That's kind of how I differentiate the two. I love Lilith also. She's so badass, yo. She's like such a badass chick. She's like, oh my gosh, it's so funny you say that about me. Because she doesn't see herself as being a badass. But if she has to go to war for somebody, she will go to war. Yes, that's exactly it. Keeping your blessings to yourself so that other people don't sabotage it. But knowing also that even if people try to sabotage it, that God's got your back. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. We're calling in positivity for the rest of the day. Okay, make sure that you guys drink water, give love to yourself, hug a pet, hug yourself, pat yourself on the back, because you guys have come a long way. All right, know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, peace be with you. Please like this video. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live, and make sure that you guys are subscribed. Okay, thank you guys, Soul Tribe family. I love you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful day, you guys. God bless.